colors are inverted. I can see the sky much better. And look at that. It enters from the sky. Columbus, Ohio is kind of near Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which is said to have a lot of UFO lore. And the strange thing was, the night before, I saw orange orbs in the sky. Like, it looks too, like, orange and solid in the middle. Like, I don't know what that is. This thing is skipping across the sky. To avoid detection, you may actually just fly at hypersonic speeds really low to the ground. If there were no sonic booms, and you could just whip around just right above tree level, right above human beings. Every discovery starts the same. I'm playing back some footage I've watched back 100 times, when suddenly something streaks across the frame and catches my eye. This case is no different. Today, we're reviewing the Ohio Orbs in the city of Columbus. Okay, welcome to another episode of Aerial Anomalies. If you're just starting this show, basically I started to see things, artifacts, anomalous things in my footage, especially drone footage, and I decided I had to talk about it. I had to make videos about this anomaly. I guess I have this idea that if there is something in the airspace and you yourself are encroaching in the airspace, other things will want to check out what you're doing. For example, if you take off your drone, a flock of birds will often check out your drone, which is why I'm not really afraid to fly around birds. If you're flying consistently with your drone, meaning you're not doing weird movements, you're not flying an FPV drone, or you're not jerking the stick on your drone or anything like that, you basically are moving at a steady pace, a steady speed. A flock of birds could fly around your drone to inspect it and not even hit it, and you would be fine. But what if there was something else in the sky? What if there was something that we couldn't see, that maybe manifests itself once you're doing something like flying a drone? This is what I'm trying to investigate. So today we have this clip in German Village in Columbus, Ohio. I was out there for a job this past summer. As you can see, the trees are green. And as usual, I made my call out to the universe to say, if there's any UAPs, anything that want to show up in my footage, be my guest. I will gladly film it and post it on YouTube. I'm not kidding. I literally said this out loud. I'm not sure why I started doing this. I had this idea and I'm like, I'm just gonna start my own form of CE5 contact, just stating to the universe that I'm flying, and if anything wants to come say hi, they can. So we're gonna watch this in real time. It's taking off by Schiller Park in German Village in Columbus, Ohio. This was the first shot I got. As you can see, I just took off, and at the very end of the shot, right before I cut. Did you see it? That was it. That was it. This is why I don't see these things when I'm filming. They happen so quick. Let's see if I can loop it right there. I think even now with this looping the way it is right now, you can't say it's anything definitive. It could be a bird, it could be anything. I slowed this down, and that's when things got weird. So it's in the frame 35:26 to 36:16. Again, less than a second, just like the other one we saw last week also in Columbus, Ohio. We'll bring the speed down to, let's say 20%. Even that's pretty fast for what we're looking at here. But do you see what I'm talking about already now? When it curves in, you don't see it on the left really. If you're looking for it, you can kind of see it, but on the left it looks like it's like white. And then when it comes to the right, it looks orange or something. Here, look. Let's look at the left first. I'll do frame by frame here. First, we got it right here by this window. And then it streaks across. See it going over the street now. It's about to hit the trees. Okay, now it's got like this orange look to it. This is where I thought something was strange. I mean, I thought maybe it's a leaf at first or something like that because it's orange, but this is in the middle of the summer, so That doesn't make sense. And I don't mean to sound crazy, but it looks like it has some kind of something around it too. Like you can almost see it right here. It looks too like orange and solid in the middle. Like I don't know what that is. And the strange thing was, when I was in Ohio that weekend for that job, the night before, I saw orange orbs in the sky. Like Columbus, Ohio is kind of near Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, which is said to have a lot of UFO lore. I really just don't understand the movement of this thing, you know, like some people have told me maybe like the drone's propellers like pushed this thing around the drone beneath it, like the drone propellers like Now I'm gonna pause it here for a moment. When I heard myself mention propellers as I was editing this episode, I remembered something. There was something about propellers that I remembered happened during this footage, and that's when I found it. Another UAP right here waiting for us. It's on the exact same clip, and it's a miracle that I actually saw this one myself. So this is the screen recording. It has all sorts of measurements for the drone while you're flying. We have height above ground level. It's going up to 11, 15, 20 feet. So when the drone comes up, right there, you see that? Propeller guards detected. Flight performance lowered to ensure flight safety. Now, we have the footage of me flying and taking off the drone. There are no propeller guards. It wasn't a very heavily populated area at the time. You can clearly see me handling the drone, no propeller guards. There's only a couple things that would make this propeller guards detected pop up, you know, come onto your screen. One, you actually have the propeller guards. Two, a bird flies right around the drone, which we don't see in this footage happening. Or three, if it's a very windy day. And as you can see, the trees are not blowing around really heavily here. It's not a windy day. So I thought this was weird. This is the footage again. It happens right when my drone comes up and goes to a hover. I will go frame by frame here because I really want you guys to see this. But what you're looking for, you're gonna see something streak across the sky like this, zip down here, and kind of do a zigzag and go under my drone. I'm not even kidding. Okay, here we go, frame by frame. I literally just want you guys to see it. So my drone comes up, it tilts, I kind of get set. Right here is where my drone stops, and this is exactly where this thing is. Do you see it already? Look, here it is right here. You see this? Y'all doubted me. I knew you guys were doubting me. But you see this curve, right? Right here. It curves so fast that I don't know what that is. It looks so long. And here it is going into the sky. You see that? I don't even know. I mean, it could be the same thing that we saw in the beginning of the episode. It could be the same thing. Maybe it's been hovering around me and my drone. Like, think about it. If an alien came to land on the ground, we would go inspect it.
This is nuts.
If we take flight in the air and something is in the air, they would come to inspect us, just like birds. All right, so I came up with a new technique here. It's not groundbreaking stuff here, but I think it's a good way to look at this. So what we've been doing now is I'll do like a channel invert the entire image, like all the colors, and we just look at this same anomaly. So check this out. When the colors are inverted, I can see the sky much better. And look at that. It enters from the sky. And this area of Columbus, Ohio, there's no skyscrapers nearby in this area. In German Village, right by Schiller Park, there's only like 3-story high houses, and I was above those houses already, and I was above the trees. This thing is coming from like up in the sky. I mean, it's a long streak, just like the other one, which either means it is really long or it's moving incredibly fast. I see it coming down here. Here it is. See that? With the colors inverted You can see it a little bit here too. But it looks like something that's like completely camouflaged. I mean, look at that. It zips in from the top and then just loops around right there. I'd really love someone else to take a look at these shots. You know, if there's anyone out there that wants to debunk this or help me prove this, please. I am looking for people to do this, because right now I'm just going crazy looking at streaks in my image, and they all have low observability, but they also seem to be moving at hypersonic velocities. I don't really know fully if this could be something like a bug just flying by my lens. Let's keep this thing inverted for a second, because we have the other UAP coming up at the end, and maybe we could see something else while this is playing out. I don't know if there's anything else flying around the image. Oh wow, but you could really see it really well. Like, look at that, wow. I mean, the drone is capturing colors close to our eye, how we see it. So when it comes up orange, it's because we would see it as orange if we saw it, which is why when the color channels get inverted, now we're seeing it as blue. And the trees were so dark that they were kind of almost black, which is why the trees are now white. I wonder if I did a channel invert with and I upped the contrast, if that would make a difference. I mean, I can still barely see it over here, right there. You can see it a little bit better there, going by the house at least. All right. I just want to see it. I'm not really trying to gain an accurate color view at it right now. I'm trying to just see if there's anything that I can see when we're not looking at the real color. I mean, remember when I said there was something around it almost? You can see it there a little bit. Like, to me it looks like a streak, and then you got like these bumps coming off of it, maybe 2 on the bottom and 3 on the top. Because when it comes in, like, those weren't there before. Because I was filming this footage for my other YouTube channel. It's an in-depth look into like the life of a drone pilot, so that's why I have all this footage. We have this footage where I have the drone remote screen recording, I have footage of me taking off. So these two shots are lined up here, right? I have the screen recording and the actual shot. So we have this UAP coming in right here. See that? It's coming down and it's out of frame. Okay, so we're out of frame at 35:27. Now let's see how long it takes for the propeller guard thing to pop up. Right there. 35:27 to 38:25. So about 3 seconds. That's not a direct correlation. I'm not seeing propeller guards detected right as soon as that thing flew under my drone. But to be completely honest, the speed that that thing is traveling, I think it would take my drone a couple seconds to realize that there was something that just traveled underneath it. Or maybe there was something, maybe it came and it hovered right underneath my drone for a second. Which reminds me of something I've seen in Skinwalker Ranch, where when they were flying a helicopter in an area of high strangeness, they detected that the ground level was like 10 feet below the helicopter.
While you're down there, we've got the radar altimeter to show that something was below us. Here it goes again, something showing 50 feet underneath us.
They're talking about seeing something tracking them on the radar below the helicopter.
Just right around the triangle now.
So honestly, I think it's very similar, you know? Only 3 seconds later, it detected it, and I think it could be that. If not, it could be a bird, it could be something like that, but it has to be something physical. It was not windy that day, and I did not have propeller guards on the drone. So it has to be something physical. Let's check out one more thing, and then we're gonna give a proper rating for this. So here's the drone again without the propeller guards. You see we're about to take off, and you could see the exact moment where I start to hover the drone because I let go of the sticks. So here we go. Drone is going up. That's that same motion you saw when we had the motion detector sensors going off. So right there, I walk away because I'm about to get ready for the shot. That one UAP goes flying past it, and the drone is hovering. This whole time it's hovering, and I take control of the sticks right here. I'm about to pan, and then we see the other one. I'm gonna run this back. Look, there's artifacts all over this thing, right? There's a stick right there. okay? But here's the thing, I record my GoPro, I just shoot at whatever shutter speed it's on. It's very quick, easy camera to go on. So this is a high shutter speed. It's capturing literally everything in the image here, flying by. The drone is whipping wind around, hitting the grass, but once it's in the air, it shouldn't be whipping things around like this because there's nothing around it. Okay, we go up, and right about here is when I hover, okay? So if you take a look back here, you'll see what appears to be a couple of birds. You can basically tell by the way they move, by the way the one is slowly flying across and the other one's swooping in like that. The only thing is you don't get the same level of detail on this GoPro camera that you would get zoomed in on, let's say, my Mavic drone that I'm flying. So let's take a look. I'm gonna try and find this exact moment here, because if that thing flew past my drone, then you should be able to see it behind me in the GoPro. Ideally, unless it's only visible from above it, I don't know. Okay, it's right there. Here it goes, ready? So, okay, it's out of frame. Now what we'll do is go back to this shot. We're gonna mark it right here. I wanna know when it's possible to see this, so here we go, let's see. Started at this frame. It should be flying in right here, if it's visible. You know, I don't see anything, but you know what? Let's try to invert the colors here. Maybe we'll see something now. I don't know. See, those two things could be birds, but you would never be able to tell on a GoPro. No, I really wish I had it in this shot too, but the fact that we don't see it in this shot actually... Wait a second. I think that was it. But this is before. Look at that. Something comes in and it whips, it goes out of frame so fast. That doesn't look like the birds. Let's flip it back to regular color. I want to see what that looks like. Wait a second. I mean, I just don't understand. If that is a bird, it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, it's like gone in 8 frames. And the birds on the right are moving slowly around the frame. This thing is skipping across the sky. And that's the way people have described how hypersonic UAPs move. Like they literally skip from one area of the sky to the next. But maybe with this high shutter speed I was using, I was able to capture it. What the heck is that? Dude, it looks like it goes there and it stops and it like closes or something. I'm like, what is that, dude? Oh, geez. Guys, my clothes are in the dryer. I gotta go get them. I don't, this is what happens to me. I'm sitting here every night, I'm reviewing footage, and all of a sudden, I just start seeing weird shit, and I just can't help myself. And then another one like pops up right there. What is that? Yeah, you can see this one travel behind my back. And it's not a bug. If it's going behind my back, I wouldn't be able to see it that far away if it was a bug. It's something back there. And look at that, it's doing the same skipping movement as the other one. You see it jump from here to here in an instant. Look at that. And then it disappears behind the house. So I don't know what to say, honestly, because I'm seeing things in this GoPro shot in the area where this thing would have flown behind me, but it's all right before I see the thing in my drone shot. Dude, I have no idea. This is gonna haunt me for a long time, honestly. I truthfully feel like I caught something anomalous on this day, and I had seen something the night before in Ohio, and the more I look at this footage, the more I see. So originally I was going to give this a 4 out of 10. I felt like the one last week was a little bit better. We actually saw something streak across the frame and turn. This one turns into the frame, but it just kind of whips around, and it's hard to determine what it is, you know? But now that I found the other shot, dipping in and moving like a curve, like another S, you're actually seeing the full, like a straight line and then a curve in the image, and possible shots of UAPs behind me in my GoPro footage. I think we can bump this up to a 6 out of 10, which is really great. Honestly, I thought we would take a while to get to that point, but we're heading in the right direction. We're getting closer to a 10, and it's only episode 2. So, I mean, in terms of the 5 observables, again, we can't really prove these. This is just speculation based on what we're seeing, but it looks like you have hypersonic velocity. Kind of looks like instantaneous acceleration. I'm not gonna say definitive yet until we see that literal right angle turn, you know, that like all the pilots talk about with like the go fast video and things like that. Right now we're just kind of seeing these quick like 180 spins and stuff like that, or like it comes in and turns like that. I think it's actually what the pilots are describing. We don't really have footage of like it turning like that exactly. I think what they're saying is it's kind of turning quickly, you know, and I'm willing to bet that my footage is just as good as theirs. I mean, look at all the radar shots you see that the government released, the unclassified footage. Do you know what the hell that is? I don't know how to read a radar screen. I do know how to read a drone screen, so I can tell you how high I am when I'm capturing these things, what direction I'm going in, how fast I'm flying, the wind speed, things like that. Maybe some of you have heard of this before, but there's a military flight tactic called nap of the earth flying. Basically, it's flying at low altitudes to avoid radar detection. They're literally flying at a low altitude and using the Earth's curvature to block themselves from radar detection and creating these like shadows or pockets where they can't be seen or detected. Think about it this way. If you had a craft that traveled at hypersonic speeds, right? To avoid detection, you wouldn't want to be flying up in the air where commercial pilots are flying and there's a lot of obstacles. You may actually just fly at hypersonic speeds at 100 feet or 50 feet or really low to the ground, especially if there were no signatures that you were flying at a hypersonic velocity. If there were no sonic booms and you could just whip around, this would be the perfect place to whip around, just right above tree level. And the reason that a lot of these UAPs are categorized by low observability may be because they're cloaked from the bottom.
It changed colors, like the chameleon.
You saying that Blaine and Hawkins were killed by a fucking lizard?
Maybe these occupants, maybe these pilots of these crafts, or whatever they are, figured out that they only need to block themselves from these little ants running around on the surface of Earth. And that's us. So, did I find a loophole? Can I see these things from the sky if I just fly above them? Are they flying underneath me to actually be seen? I don't know. But I do know one thing, that they're anomalous. Thanks for watching Aerial Anomalies. We're going to keep studying anomalous things in the sky, and if you'd like to study with us, please drop us a line. I'm just going to keep continuing my search. We're looking for real UAPs, and I'm going to film one. It's the last thing I do.